Hello, precious souls. Welcome to a twin flame journey. I'm Aura, and this is a podcast on twin flames. For more videos, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So we're going to start this episode with some messages. We currently are shuffling the Animal Spirit Oracle. Lots of cards coming out here. First card that we have here is the Dove Animal Spirit and the Rhinoceros Animal Spirit. And the Dove Spirit, it says peace right underneath it, and the Rhinoceros says protection. And then we also have here the Panther Spirit. We have courage here. So there is something here about protecting one's peace, developing also some patience here, but being very spiritually guided, very protected at this time. Lots of challenges between these two twin flames, lots of experience, and also I'm hearing that the both of you have learned a lot along the way. And it has taken a lot of strength to get there. Okay, what else do we have? We're currently using the Kipper. I feel like someone's birthday is coming soon as well. Maybe somebody has a birthday that is coming up. I'm hearing September. Someone has birds right by their window as well. There are a few birds that are hanging out by their window. Some of them could be doves. But I'm feeling a very angelic presence between these two twin flames right now. Okay, what do we have here? First card we have here is concern. I do feel like there is a twin flame that is thinking very logically right now. Not making sense of, and angel number 33 is here. Not making sense of certain things, but it feels like they are overthinking something. Or it's almost like they have some type of, aha, that makes sense now. That makes sense why I felt that way. Especially back then when I was around my twin flame. What else do we have here? Family room. I feel like there have been, I'm seeing a memory of someone sitting in a big room, and there were lots of discussions about the future and plans, but all of a sudden it's like these plans have changed. I don't feel the same way that I once did with all of these plans, or the way that I felt back then. Underneath the deck, we do have great fortune. What else do we have? We have judication here. It almost feels like a decision is being made at this time. Like, it's almost like the divine is making a decision at this time underneath the deck pathway. and opening a doorway for these two twin flames, making a pathway for them to come back to one another, to reunite for good. It's almost as if it's not the way, I'm also hearing it's not the way that we planned this. So it's unexpected, and it's also, it's kind of like a backup plan from the divine. The divine has orchestrated this in such a way where neither one of these two individuals really knew this was going to happen like this. It's almost as if a doorway is opening up here. We have thief here. We also have false person. So somebody was definitely dealing with perhaps someone that they thought was their twin flame, but really this was just someone that was very karmic. Maybe they seemed as if they were a soulmate. I almost feel like they were surrounded by, other energies that kind of, it's just, they weren't a vibrational match. So it's kind of like they were let down in such a way. I do feel like this might be on both. I'm feeling very connected to twin flames that are aligning with one another. So it's kind of like they were possibly dealing with the same thing. Underneath the deck, we have wealthy man. So it does feel like the two of them have been dealing with some kind of lower frequency energies, and energies that they just don't belong. They don't belong there. Someone might have like bright hair or light hair. What else do we have? Sudden wealth. And we also have occupation underneath the deck. So there's been a shift in energy. There really has. There's been a shift in energy, a huge shift right now. It's almost like the universe is trying to bless these two twin flames with something very specific. And I feel like this is in the form of a job. This is in the form of basically reuniting with one another. But it's almost as if these challenges had to occur in order for something to happen here. They had to deal with this situation, this false person situation, in order to overcome something. It was kind of like the final test, or some type of final challenge. What else do we have? The Lovers. And we also have distant horizons. There has been a huge shift in energy. I feel like I'm connecting with twin flames who are at a very long distance from each other, possibly. It does feel like there is a blessing in disguise, is what I'm hearing right now. A huge blessing in disguise. But there is a huge shift in energy, sudden changes, sudden wealth. I feel like the two of these twin flames are combining forces in some way, shape, or form, possibly combining money, combining forces. But it feels like, because you see the Lovers here, and it's almost like there's these other external energies that don't agree with this connection. You have Thief here, and then you have the Lovers, but it's almost as if there's a lot of energies that don't believe in this connection, and they don't believe that it's possible. Because that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing others kind of saying, like, this is impossible. This is impossible. There's no way that this is actually happening, but it is. It really is happening. What else do we have here? Message of concern. So, yeah, I feel like underneath the deck, gift. See, I feel like there's a huge blessing coming through. Very, very huge. It is disguised in such a way that the two of them really, they see it and they feel it, but they don't see it in front of them just yet. But it feels like there's so many external energies that they just don't believe in what's happening with these two twin flames. They don't believe it. So they try to steer them away from something. They try to steer them in the opposite direction, or they try to say things to kind of gaslight the two of them. But it's almost as if the two of these twin flames, they know what's happening and they know what's real, and they know what they're experiencing is real. So I feel like there is a decision being made at this time, especially with the divine. The divine is making a huge move, and it's because these two twin flames are surrendering. We have courthouse here. We also have main male and courtship. So yes, it's like there had to be this huge struggle. I feel like it is on both sides. There's some type of combination with these two twin flames. It's almost like they complement each other, and they have to work together to accomplish something very specific. Underneath the deck, we do have occupation, wealthy man. Underneath that, coffin. Yes, something had to end. Something had to end in order for these two to kind of come together. We do have courthouse here, so I feel like there is some type of need for identification, updating identification, and things to that effect. Very detailed. However, we have main male here, and we also have courtship. So these two, I'm hearing these two had to overcome something very similar in order to come back together. They had to pass some type of test. And the test was very much protected in some way, shape, or form by the divine. And I feel like the test was on the matrix side. And then all of a sudden, the spiritual twin had to pass this test as well. So the spiritual twin had to pass some sort of test, and they did pass. And the matrix had to pass a test as well, and they passed. And now it's almost like there's some type of invisible force here. The divine is trying to come through for these two twin flames, and they're trying to reunite these two twin flames because a very big decision has already been made. These two twin flames have similar paths with one another. So one twin flame will either need to gain some type of experience or knowledge, while the other twin flame will have to gain knowledge through something else. But these two twin flames, what I'm hearing is these two have very similar paths, soulful paths, and they're going to be doing the same soulful path with one another. And this is going to be some type of career where the two of them are, I'm also hearing lots and lots of money. So congratulations. Congratulations. I'm also hearing I feel like This is going to be a very crucial time for the both of you. But it's almost like being reunited after a period of time. I'm hearing 11. I'm hearing the number 11 right now. So 11 months, 11 years. But there is a very distinct path between these two, a very distinctful path that not a lot of external energies are going to comprehend or understand. And I feel like there's a lot of people watching this and they're like, they're feeling like these two are kind of crazy. They're kind of crazy. Very beautiful energy, very beautiful reading. I would like to pull some final messages from the tarot. Let's see. Let's get some final messages from the tarot. What else do you have for these two twin flames? 6 of Cups, very strong past energy. Very strong past energy, familiar. Oh, I can't pronounce it, but feeling familiar with one another. 4 of Swords. So I feel like there's not a lot of talking. There's complete silence between these two twin flames, but there is something happening underneath the surface from the divine. Underneath the deck, we have the 3 of Cups. Okay. And then now we have the King of Wands. 10 of Pentacles. So the two of you are going to combine forces is what I'm hearing. Combine forces. There isn't a lot of speaking right now. I feel like a lot of this is very quiet. Not a whole lot of talking, but there is a lot of reminiscing right now, thinking about the past, thinking about each other, combining forces with one another, kind of understanding what and why I went through something, why was I feeling a particular way. Somebody is a fire sign, King of Wands, and we also have the 4 of Swords here. So there's not a lot of talking between these two. There's not a lot of talking about anything yet, but I do feel like it's coming up. Some type of communication is coming up. And as soon as I saw this dove here with peace, my first thought was dreams and connecting through dream state. So a lot of you could be either seeing some of this in dream state at this time, lots of protection here between these two as well. It's almost like their union is protected. So I feel like there's a lot of, it almost feels like everything is behind the scenes. Behind the scenes. Okay, so that concludes this episode. I hope that this assisted many of you out there. Until next time, I'm Aura, and this is A Twin Flame Journey.